the substrate phytate phosphorus is enough in feed formulation. And if we use an advanced heat-stable phytase with a super good phosphorus release efficiency, so by this way, it is possible to use the phytase to replace all inorganic phosphorus, like the totally eliminated the monocalcium phosphorus and decalcium phosphorus.
Welcome to the Poultry Podcast Show. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Bobek, and today I am here talking with Dr. Emma Song. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, host. So welcome. Thank you for your introduction. I'm Emma Song from Wuhan Sunhy Biology Company.
Welcome. I am so excited to talk to you today about some of the different enzymes and some new collaborations that you're offering with some companies here in the United States. But first, I want to hear, how did you make it to your current role? What was your journey to becoming Dr. Emma Song?
Okay. I graduated from the Chinese Academy of Science, and it's also a jointly program. So I studied abroad in Rouen for 2 years in France. That's my major is in animal nutrition.
Yeah.
So after the graduate, the Wuhan Sunhy Biology is my first job. So it's introduced by my supervisor. He introduced to me that Sunhy is a good company, so you can to have a good career here. That's and I visited companies for a few times, and I was impressed by our innovation, and there is the good atmosphere. I joined Sunhy from 2019, and until now it's already 6 years. I'm responsible. I'm in Sunhy for the technical director, global technical director. I'm responsible for the technical support for the overseas markets, almost 20 countries. And I'm also responsible for the enzyme development and application. That in company during the 6 years, I have already published more than 10 essay papers all regarding on the enzymes application in swine, in poultry, in aqua, also in ruminants.
Yeah, that's incredible. That is a lot of species in a lot of countries. That's hard work.
Yes.
At Nexus, powered by SAM, we redefine livestock nutrition with science-backed innovations that enhance performance, maximize efficiency, and promote sustainability. We connect producers with the future of animal health and productivity through cutting-edge feed technologies and environmentally conscious solutions. By addressing the demand for efficient, sustainable nutrition, we reflect SAM Nutrition's commitment to excellence, delivering premium, scientifically proven solutions that drive results.
With the current group that you're working with, I understand one of your specialties is phytase.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about your particular enzyme and kind of maybe some of the background and something that might be unique about your particular enzyme versus some of the other ones that are out there on the market?
Yes. Now the enzyme is not as it's as the same as the before generations. So now it's new technologies inside.
Sure.
The new generation phytase is the AI version phytase. So compared to before, it's have a super good thermostability and have a super good phosphorus release efficiency. So the phytase could totally replace the inorganic phosphorus source in the feed formulation. So that significantly decrease the feed formulated cost and benefit for the environment.
So for your particular phytase, what generation is this one?
Yes, there is a new one, the AI generation.
So it's totally on a different path as the others.
Yes.
Maybe slightly different technology. Yeah.
So in this 10 years, the microbiology techniques development so quickly that bring a lot of ideas and the techniques and some new ideas that on the modification of the microbial strains, so that we become superior that phytase compared to before.
So, what can you tell me about the goal to totally replace inorganic phosphorus? I mean, there's definitely a cost savings there, but if someone is a nutritionist that maybe is considering using your enzyme, or if I'm just a producer, like what are the benefits to totally taking out inorganic phos?
So firstly, we should talk about a big questions that also the many customers and clients ask us. So can it really that we can eliminate all the organic phosphorus by phytase? So
Yeah.
that is the most hot questions now. So from my side, that I think if we use a super dose of phytase, it is possible to replace all the inorganic phosphorus by phytase. But it depends on some crucial points. So, for example, firstly, it's related to the feed formulations.
Sure.
So yes, the phytate phosphorus, that the source of the available phosphorus, it's different in the feed formulations, in different feed formulations. So usually it's the available that usually the phytate phosphorus is around 0.25 to 0.4%. That means it could be released by the phytase for the corn and the soybean meal based diet. But if the diet contains 3 to 5% of wheat or wheat byproducts, such as the wheat bran, wheat middling, that can provide more phytate phosphorus.
Oh, sure.
Yes. So by that feed formulation, it is maybe sufficient for phytase to release more phosphorus resource. So under that feed formulation, it is possible to use the phytase to replace all inorganic phosphorus like the monocalcium and the decalcium phosphorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is the most important factors. And the second one, the heat stability of phytase is also very important. So if we know if the enzyme product is very heat sensitive, so it cannot pass through the pelting temperature. So that will be it doesn't work. So and also another factors the affinity between the phytase and the phytate. So it decides the phosphorus release efficiency of different source of the phytase. So for example, it from the agar, from the bacillus, that the phosphorus release efficiency is different.
Yeah.
And also it related to the animal species and the growing phase. So you can look at the NRC or the breeder companies recommended that in the different growing phase for the different species for the swan and the poultry, that for the finisher, for the starter, grower, and the finisher period, that the requirement is different.
So basically, the base diet kind of dictates the ability to totally replace inorganic phosphorus.
Yes. So in word simply that if the substrate phytate phosphorus is enough in feed formulation, and if we use an advanced heat stable phytase with a super good phosphorus release efficiency, so by this way it is possible to use the phytase to replace all inorganic phosphorus, like the totally eliminate the monocalcium phosphorus and decalcium phosphorus.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
AB Vista, an innovative animal nutrition company offering intelligent solutions for the poultry industry. The combination of innovative products, technical expertise, and cutting-edge services provide the ideal tools to drive poultry production. To learn more about AB Vista tools, check abvista.com.
So, nutritionists can make calculations and formulate on paper, but does this work in practice? Has your group or others shown in a real practical farm situation that we can totally replace inorganic phosphorus?
Yes, our recent research that both in the poultry and swine support the the total replacement replaced of the inorganic phosphorus by our commercial phytase. So, for example, for swine, in 2022, we collaborated with the Kansas State University. We studied the phosphorus release curve of our phytase, named as the Sunphase HT, in the piglet theirs. So the result is very promising that when the inclusion level of the commercial phytase is more than 2,000 FTU, it can release the more than 0.2% available phosphorus in the piglet
Oh,
feed.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it means that more than 75% monocalcium phosphorus could be released, could be totally replaced by our commercial phytase, Sunphase HT. That
Yeah.
is the case, and it already published by the SI papers. You can download and search it. And this is for this one case, and for the poultry, that the poultry is more sensitive to the dietary phosphorus content,
Mhm.
and also very sensitive to the phytase levels in the feed. So early in this year, we cooperated with the Guelph University. We also determined the phosphorus release curve of our phytase Sunphase HT in broiler feeds, and the result is very interested. So we use the Sunphase HT more than 2,000 FTU. It can release the more than 0.25% available phosphorus.
Oh, wow.
So, and as you know, in the poultry, during the NRC requirement, in the late period, that the available phosphorus requirement is only 0.3%. So it means that by this phosphorus release efficiency, it can totally replace the inorganic phosphorus in the late period.
Oh, sure.
But we want to make we want to know about if it can replace the more inorganic phosphorus for the starter and the grower period. So in the late of this year, we cooperated with the Thailand Animal Research Center. We did a more extreme trial. We used the superdose of our phytase at 3,000 FTU for starter, 2,000 FTU for grower, and 1,000 FTU for finisher to replace all inorganic phosphorus from the day 1 to day 42.
Yeah.
And the result is the animal is very successful. The results show that it is possible to eliminate all monogastric and monocalcium phosphorus and decalcium phosphorus by phytase, by super level phytase.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the growth performance and bone quality doesn't have the significant difference with the poultry control, with the
Oh, wow.
with the NRC requirement in the poultry
Yeah.
control. So
Wow.
from this trial, we are encouraged to use the commercial phytase to totally remove the monocalcium phosphorus and decalcium phosphorus especially in poultry feed formulation.
Those are some interesting results. So, what are the economics? If I replace partial or total, what are the economics of making those adjustments?
It can definitely contribute to the economics benefits. So, as we know, for the consumption of the monocalcium in the feed population is almost 60 million tons per year just for the feed use. So
Yeah.
if we use the phytase to eliminate the monocalcium phosphorus in animals' feed formulation, it can significantly reduce the feed formulated cost because the phytase is often cheaper than the inorganic phosphorus source. And the inorganic phosphorus source is the third largest cost in the feed formulation. But because the technology development in the recent years, that the phytase price decreased a lot, and it's much cheaper than the per unit of inorganic
Yeah.
phosphorus. Yeah, and
Yeah.
more importantly, besides the economic benefits, it's more important that it can contribute to the sustainable farming. As we know that the organic phosphorus source that is also valuable, not only for the feed use, but if we use the phytase, it can save the inorganic phosphorus source, and it also can reduce the phosphorus excretion in animals' feed, so that can protect our environment. This is more important, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely is. So with all these changes, the recent research, the economics, like what are the future directions? Where is the technology headed?
I think in these 2 years, the PSA annual meeting that showed us a lot of ideas about the practical use of phytase and the phosphorus, inorganic phosphorus. That so as we know that the NRC phosphorus and calcium guidelines are being revised for the first time in 30 years. And in the recent years, with the phytase data driving those changes, so when I attended the PSA annual meeting 2024 last year, one of the major topics is around the upcoming 2025, the new NRC version. I think that it will be more emphasis on the price nutrition that adjust the phytase dose to the diet matrix and the animal stage. So we may soon know the organic phosphorus as the insurance, not as the requirements before.
Yeah, it sounds like some of these adjustments are going to be good. They'll reflect the needs a little better.
And secondly, I think that another exciting frontiers is the use of the multi-enzyme system. So, for example, the combining the phytase with the protease and other NSP degrading enzymes. So, as we know, the phytase is just one of the anti-nutritional factors. So, the plant ingredients naturally contains the non-starch polysaccharides and also the anti-proteins, other anti-nutritional factors. So the all-in-one solution, including phytase, including the NSP degrading enzymes and the extra digestive enzymes. So they will work synergistically and to remove the anti-nutritional factors together. So it can unlock more nutrients. So bring that even greater values to the feed formulation. So that I think that is another feature direction.
I think that's perfect. More multifunctional enzyme cocktails.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's time for our famous three.
Natural Biologics is using cutting-edge science to dig deeper into the poultry health challenges you face. By gathering scientific evidence, they identify the most effective combinations of natural ingredients that improve animal health. Visit naturalbiologics.com/poultry to see the newest research in both turkeys and chickens.
So, as your company kind of grows and expands where you are in China, I hear there are some very neat collaborations with some United States companies. Can you tell us about those?
Sunhy Biology has built a strong reputation that we have the innovation, advanced fermentation, and also customer-focused enzyme solutions. We are very successful in China mainland. That's we are the top one Chinese feed enzyme producer that has 25 market share in China now, and also very successful in the Asia region. But we now for the recent years we want to expand our business in the North America, such as the US and Canada. So that we know the success more than the greater products. We need trustable partners.
Yeah.
Yes, well, our partners in the US is the Nexus. That's it's a great company that it has already built an incredible platform. So and also our technical credibility and the quality first mindset. So that we share the common ideas with their business and the future. So this is the reason we want to collaborate here. That is our exclusive distributors in US. And I think that the Nexus have a good reputation and also have very good transportations and the business everywhere in the US that they can help us to bring a level of the transparency and the customer service and the strategic thinking that is hard to find in the US markets. So also it is the good time now. It's the right time. And also it is the right time now. So the market is also asking for a next generation enzymes solutions that are both proven and adaptable.
Yeah.
So we are together, so we can we are perfectly poisonated to deliver that. So that is the reason we to choose the Nexus as our partners in the US markets.
Yeah, that sounds like a great collaboration when you find a company that's like-minded. Well, are there any resources if someone is interested in learning more about your company, the enzymes you produce? Do you have any online resources they could go search for?
Yes. So we have such social media, such as the English website. Then yes, you can find our companies, the news and update by our website. And we also have we post in the LinkedIn
Oh, yeah.
and the Facebook.
Yeah.
We have the company ID there, so we can update our new innovations and the developments and some new research on our company's ID. So you can follow and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. Before we wrap up, you had a really cool past history moving different countries to do all of your degrees and now, back in China and working internationally. What is your best advice to be successful in the poultry industry? I'd love to hear it.
Actually, that's the condition is very different between the US and
Yeah.
I think not US, not between the American and the Asian. So you know that you are the plant base for the corn and the soybean meal. So that is the golden raw materials in the feed formulation, the very good digestible ability. But I heard from our partner in this year, the price of the soybean meal is very cheap. So in the feed formulation, that's use excessive soybean meal, it also have a lot of problems such as the diarrhea, like because the undigestible proteins that in the high protein based diets. So by this way, that we think from our experience, the extraordinary protease may be one of the solutions to further improve the digestibility of the dietary protein and so the uh, that diarrhea and wet drops problems. And but it's very different compared to the U.S. and the American feed formulation. In the Asia, we are like the raw materials such as the corn and soybean meal. So we use a lot of unconventional ingredients in our feed formulation. That the price and the cost is much lower than the golden corn and the soybean meal diet. But that's so this is the reason we have some problems of the digestibility and also some problems for the gut health because that held a lot of anti-nutritional factors. So by this in our Asian feed formulation, we use a lot of enzyme products, not only for the phytase, but also for the lot of the NSP enzymes for the xylanase, glucanase, manganase, pectinase, and alkoxidase and cellulase, all in the other unconventional ingredients have the high content of the NSP. Also, in the Asian feed formulation, we use the super low level of the dietary protein and the metabolic energy. And we are pursued to the super low FCR, that because the market is have the strong competition. So I think that is different, but our company Sunhy have already 20 more than 25 years. So we are not the product provider. We are also provide the solutions. Yes, so for the different kinds of problems and the points that for the different problems and for the different requirements, we can provide the unique solutions to solve the problems.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much for telling me about your company and the great work you're doing with phytases and these customizable mixes. That really exciting that you found a partner in the United States. I bet it's going to be fun to jump into more markets.
Thank you. Thank you.
For our listeners, if you like this episode, like and follow and share. I know that Dr. Emma would love for a lot of people to hear about what we talked about today. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.